Hello and welcome to my channel, Bevvy with Beth. I'm Beth, and here on this channel I talk all about polycystic ovarian syndrome, the symptoms, how to cope with them, and how my personal journey with PCOS is going. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to catch my videos every week. And today we're going to be talking about my skincare routine. Sorry for the slightly weird edit here. If you haven't seen my previous video, that was a discussion on my acne journey and kind of a bit of a background on my skincare experience. And so I took a long time to talk about that and then got into a product review, which was also, as you can see, a fairly long video. But I decided to split them in two. So if you want to go back and watch the video about my acne journey, then that will be linked in the card and in the description. But if you have already seen it, then we're just going to jump now, but sharply straight into my product review. And we are talking about Boday Shop skincare, and we're going to start with the tea tree oil facial cleanser. I have the skin clearing facial wash, which I will use when in the shower. But another hack that I have found is that swapping out my soap. So I don't know if anybody else has this, but my hair is the same. My hair and my skin, if I use the same products, even though when I first use that product, my skin or my hair is like, yeah, this is great, and I end up with, you know, beautiful curly shiny hair, or, you know, really clear soft skin. If I then use that for like 3 months, then it's like, well, I'm kind of bored with this now. I don't want to work with this anymore, and my hair will go frizzy, or I'll lose the curl, or my skin will break out even though I've been perfect with my routine, and I'm like, what is this? So I've actually now, I'm still trying to work out what to do with my hair, but with my skin, I've realised facial cleanser every time I have a shower and I wash my face, and that's normally in the evenings for me because I'm an evening shower. And then I've also bought, which I realised I threw the packaging away, so it's literally just a bar of soap, but this is their charcoal and tea tree oil facial soap. And I use this, and I have this upstairs in my bedroom, where I'll normally do that in the morning most of the time, but sometimes if I've not had a shower that evening, then I'll just wash my face up here, and it will just be using the soap. And by having something that's still tea tree oil based but different from my cleanser, it means my skin is almost tricked into thinking I'm using lots of different products and so seems to be very happy with that. But of course, with having acne and still occasionally wearing makeup, like a full-blown makeup, especially with doing the videos and things, I do need some extra steps when it comes to that. And so what I find the best thing to do is exfoliation is really great, especially because I have combination skin. I find this really helps to even out the layers of my skin, keep on top of making sure that I'm not having dry skin appear on my cheeks, but at the same time I'm not having residual oils in my oily places. So I have actually got, well, 3 technically, but I'm going to put one of them under as a mask because it's a bit of both. I've got 2 different types of exfoliators, and I started with the vitamin C peel, because liquid peel is much better for especially acne prone, but even just spot prone skin, because it's not going to create any friction with your skin. But I can't use this one very often. I don't want to say harsh, but it's very effective is what it is. This one is very effective, and so I can't even use it once a month, but I do need to exfoliate more often than I can do with this one. So I only use this one, I mean, not very often at all. I have no real like set amount to it. It's just when I feel a build up. I really like this one on my back, across the top of my shoulders, and that where I get a lot of acne spots in that region. This is perfect for that. But more regularly, probably about once every 10 days, I'd say I probably do, I use their seaweed exfoliator, and this is just beautifully gentle without being useless. Like, it's so difficult to find those balances between something that's going to do the job without damaging your skin further, but that isn't so gentle that it doesn't actually do anything. And what I find with this one is that it manages to do that perfect balance of exfoliating but not drying your skin. So especially having combination skin, this is another real struggle that I have, and I've absolutely loved this. This is one of the new things that I've bought recently. I was using a friend's handmade soap that is really, really good, and I do really, really like it, but it has actual coffee grounds in it, and I was finding that there were some times as I was going through the bar, there were some points when it was just way too harsh, way too scratchy on my skin, and just isn't good for the for that acne around my jaw in particular. So I buy other stuff from Boday Shop, and so I got this one, and I've been trying this one now for, well, whenever I got that package, so it's maybe 2 months, and absolutely love it. It's just worked an absolute treat. So then I kind of cycle between those two. Obviously, if I use one, I don't use the other. The next most important thing is toning and moisturising. In true OG fashion, I've got my Tea Tree Oil toner. So the toner and the cleanser are pretty much identical to what I was using, what my mum got me as my very first set of skincare routine. But what I find is, again, I've this dry skin on my cheeks, that I don't use the toner on a regular basis. I use the toner if I'm going to be wearing makeup. So whether that's I'm going out and I'm putting makeup on for an evening event, then obviously I wash my face, toner, moisturiser, primer, then makeup. It's not something that I use on a regular basis because, again, I just find it's too drying. And I don't like to have very heavy moisturisers to compensate for me over drying my skin. I've found it really important to get that balance where the cleansing that I'm doing is taking away the unwanted oils without totally stripping my skin so that I have to plaster a ton of oil on my face to replenish that which I have removed. And I find that the toner is a bit too harsh for everyday wear, but is a great barrier for stopping any of those extra oils from the makeup that I'm wearing getting into my skin. So of course, once I've done those two things, I need to moisturise. And once again, my combination skin comes into play here, as well as my fussy skin, where it doesn't like to have products on repeat. So we have got, once again, one of our OG members here, the Tea Tree Oil moisturizer, and this is very different to the one that I used 20. It has definitely changed, and what I find with this one is it's very light. So when I've got my dry skin, or if I'm doing any kind of exfoliation, then this doesn't quite cut it. But what it is perfect for is when I'm just going about my days. When I've washed my face in the mornings, then I don't need a heavy moisturiser to get me through the day because it's been a fairly gentle cleanse. And this is the perfect thing just to top up, to make sure that my skin isn't drying out through the day or overcompensating by producing excess oil on its own because it thinks it's too dry. This is like the perfect balance. But as I said, when I'm doing either a bit more exfoliation, or if I've done a clearing mask, or even sometimes just overnight when my skin is likely to want to produce extra oils, I need something a little bit heavier. So I have been using this one, and I've been really pleasantly surprised by this one in the lightness of it, even though it's very moisturising. It's the aloe. I'm a big aloe fan anyway. I use aloe for a lot of stuff, and it really has got that lovely soothing feeling for my drier skin on my cheeks without ever feeling heavy around the more naturally oily. Like, I don't get any excess grease on my forehead, and it's just the perfect balance between giving the moisture where it's needed without clogging pores with unwanted oil. I absolutely love this one. I'm really chuffed with it. This is the second time. This was the other thing that I was waiting for to be delivered because I'd used up my first pot, and it's just absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, we can't do skincare without talking about self-care. Luxury and pampering when it comes to using different products or going the extra mile with my skin, which is why I absolutely love face masks. So, of course, I have more than one. And I have got another tea tree oil based one. The only thing I find with this one is it is a little bit drying, so I tend to use it when I haven't done any exfoliating for a while, or if I have a particular breakout. So like I have been doing recently, like as I said, my hormones are a bit off at the moment with not being on the pill, and so I may just wear the mask around the problem area rather than all over my face. So I tend to use this one fairly regularly as part of my routine. And then I recently bought this Himalayan charcoal purifying glow mask, and I bought this for a couple of reasons. One is because, as I've said, my skin doesn't like to have products on repeat, so I wanted to get a new mask that I could use in between that wouldn't be quite so drying and intense for my skin, but was more of a, not a moisturizing one, but you know what I mean, not a stripping one, but just a cleansing one, a nice one. And also I'm interested in kind of charcoal and how that's reacting with my skin. I've had used a charcoal facial wash before I got the tea tree oil one from Boday Shop, their tea tree oil and charcoal one. I was using another facial wash which also had a charcoal base to it, and I just really love it. Just seems to be really good for my skin, so I wanted to go for another charcoal based one, and this one, it looks like a really fancy mask. You know, it's not a sheet mask, it's not just a cream that you put on your face and have it on for longer. It looks like a proper fancy, earthy, vegan face mask. And it feels really luxurious to wear. I haven't used it very much, so I will probably do a little bit more explaining on how I'm finding this and how I'm using it in the kind of day in the life of an acne sufferer. But those are the things that I use. All of them are from Boday Shop because I like their products. They've never failed me for the last 19 years. I have been using Boday Shop products for 19 years and I've always loved them, so I probably won't stop anytime soon. The only other thing that I use is still a cream from my doctors to help with my acne. It's a topical one. To be fair, I probably don't know enough about this one to really be using it. I should do a bit more research on what's in it. But what I do know is that it works, and when I have, like I do at the moment, I've got a bit of a breakout, the main reason why I want to go medicated rather than just leave them is the discomfort. It's really painful and uncomfortable and I just can't stand it. It's very, very, very light. It's not an extreme cream, and I only use it like during a breakout. I'll put it on and I find I can then stop using it, and I'll have good skin for a while, and I'll just need to top up when I have a breakout. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it does mean so much to me to know that what I'm doing is liked by you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.